Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to make these boxes. I think I've called them quick boxes because they're just a nice easy box to make for a nice gift. You know, they can be resized, smaller. This one's looking a bit battered because my granddaughter, who's 2, found it yesterday and thought she would play with them. Look, so a couple of them are a bit battered, but it proves that they survive a 2-year-old, so that's good. There's 4 different patterns in the file. This is what I've called tumbling flowers because it looks a bit like tumbling flowers, and as you can see they're reversed on each side. There's a green one, but they're nice, they're cute, they're just just a normal opening so you can put your gift inside. But if you wanted them as blocks, just glue that down, which is what I'll probably do with these after I've photographed them, and then my granddaughter can play with them as long as she likes. Yeah, this is another never mind. This is jigsaw. I think this is my favourite jigsaw. It's made in a slightly different way, so I'm going to show you how to make both different kinds. This is dots, and I quite like it in the black and gold. It's very nice. This is star, which I've made so it cuts the star at one side, but you can either score it this side or draw it, depending on what your machine does, depending on what you want to do, or you can delete it. It's up to you. Never done them all yet. Jigsaw, stars, dots, and tumbling flowers. So you've seen them all. Find somewhere for them all to go. Bring this in now. To make it quick, I have put double-sided tape on, although I think I'd recommend using a glue, just any kind of glue. But so which one shall we start? We'll start with the stars. Right, now then, to start off with, they're quite mind-boggling, but once you've done them a few times you get used to it, promise. Right, so if you think, because we've got these two are opposites, how you cut them out, what colours, is entirely up to you. You can do one of each colour, or for these demonstrations I've done a big and a small of each colour. But what variation you want to do, just have a play around and see what you want. So, but you do need 2 small ones and 2 big ones. The big ones are opposite, if you look, and these 2 are the same. So we'll start with one of these, and of course you need to, I've cut these on the scan and cut, so they've got what is it? They've got dotted lines instead of a score line. A score is a bit neater if you look. I prefer to score on my Cricut maker. So you put glue or tape on the outside of this one. If you look, I've drawn on these, I haven't embossed them because I've done it on the scan and cut. Although you can emboss on the scan and cut, but it's not as easy. Right, yeah, so you put on the outside of this tab and on the inside of your decoration. Let's work it that way. And that's, yeah, so that's for these 2, for this one and the jigsaw. Outside of the tab, because that's going to go outside of your box, and inside of your decoration. So we'll take this tab off first, and this goes to one of the big ones, no, one of the little ones. And if you wanted to switch colours, which I do, and I'll fold these, and that tab, if it, see, when I'm getting confused, this tab supports the inside of your star, because otherwise you wouldn't have anything here if it was just a straight edge. So this tab goes here. So we'll pop them together. And another way of looking at it is that tab makes these 2 stars join together. So that's nice and easy. But it's not, once you've got your head round it, I mean, I haven't done these for a couple of days and I've had to think again. So, but yeah, so your tab supports your star, or if it was just a straight edge there, it'd just be hanging onto this and there'd be nothing supporting it. Right, so then we can take these off. I haven't put a great deal of tape on here because I didn't want to waste your time, because I'm sure you know to cover it all, but this is just a demo, so we're all good. Right, so that's a start, and then the next we want another small, another big one. Again, your tab is supporting that star, and make sure that this is your closure for your box, so you make sure we're opposites. Depending how you cut your colours out will depend what order they go in, really. I mean, if I wanted 2 cream at the same side, I could have done it that way, but I don't need it that way. So that goes on there. I think this is the longest thing to do, isn't it? Is taking these bits of paper off. Right, and then that goes down there, and it makes the stars touch each other. And again, do your tab. Just hold that in a bit. Put your tab underneath your star. Oh, let's get that bit under as well. Get under there. Just line it up. And then take these off. Make that star up. Oh, there we go. And the last one is this one. So it is a quick, easy box once you've got it cut out, and they're quick to cut out, you know, especially if you've got a scorer, because you don't have all these waiting while it cuts all these out. Right, let's tuck that under there. Get under. There we go. Right. So that's your basic box. Fold these under. I'm not going to stick these down because I'm sure you know how to do that. You just put your glue on and then go inside and stick them down. I'm not going to waste your time showing you that. And then your top one you leave open so you can put your gift inside. And then go in, you know you want to. So that's the first one. That's the stars one. Now the second one here is slightly different. And even easier, I think, anyway. Again, we've got 4 different ones. I'm going to fold them all in advance this time. And you'll see why. Where am I going? Yeah, that way. And with these, your sticky stuff goes on the pattern. And the basis of this card is the pattern lays on the previous one's colour and fills your box in. So you've no tabs on this one at all. It's all done with this tape here. So I'll show you. So we'll take the tape off this one. Again, how you glue yours is up to you. I would normally use glue, but I'd have had to mess around waiting, wouldn't I? We don't want to wait when we're watching a video. We want to get on with what we're doing. Come on, fingers, you can work. I got stung by a wasp. Well, a bee, I think it was, because they're very grumpy at the moment, the bees. So my arm's a bit sore. Yeah, feed the bees if you get a chance. Put some sugar water out for them, because that's why they're grumpy, because they can't find enough food, and it's getting colder. So it's not good weather for them, and they want some food. So if you see them, you see, even though it stung me, I still want to feed the bees. Right, again, get whichever colour you're doing and just make this solid one, fill the back one in. That's how you get your colour. Obviously, if you want to do different colours, you can do what you want with these, you know. You could maybe you could colour on here, you know, if you drew through it and coloured them in, You could do it that way rather than colour them in afterwards, or just put a colour behind a different colour. Whatever you want to do. Your patterns, once you've bought them, do what you with. Is that English? I don't know. Yorkshire, that's what it was. Oh no, stuck this one. Yeah, that's it. So they do come together very quickly, and like I say, once you've got your head around which way you're going, they are extremely easy to put together. I know, because I've made them. It's my pattern, all of it. I made all my own little patterns, so there's no copyright problems. Made them myself. And I haven't seen this design anywhere on how to make boxes where you don't have all these tabs sitting, you know, all the way through, which also makes it a pretty box inside, and you don't have to line it with anything. Again, you can scale them up however big your cutting machine will go to, really, and have fun with them. But if you do make, please send me some pictures. It'd be nice to see what other people do with them. That's one. As I said, these are even easier because it's just fitting a square on a square. She says, messing it up. But I'm sure you'll enjoy making. If you have any issues, let me know. There's a separate file for the Cricut with solid score lines, and an SVG and a FCM file for scan and cut. I'm sorry, I haven't got the other machines, so I can't verify. Once again, you can just glue the tabs down inside so that it's a solid bottom, and then just close it up, put your gift inside, obviously, close it up, put a nice bow around it. Again, you can dress it up with other flowers. I didn't want to do that because I wanted you to see what the actual file was. I might do some for pictures on Etsy. So that's it. That's all there is to it. I hope you've enjoyed it and I haven't waffled too much. So let's all go feed the bees. Bye for now.